HMS Lynx was a 16-gun ship-rigged sloop of the Cormorant class in the Royal Navy, launched in 1794 at Gravesend. In 1795 she was the cause of an international incident when she fired on the USRC Eagle. She was at the Battle of Copenhagen in 1801, and during the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars took numerous prizes, mostly merchant vessels but also including some privateers. She was also at the Second Battle of Copenhagen in 1807. She was sold in April 1813. French Revolutionary War. Lynx was commissioned in April 1794 under Commander Charles Vinicum Penrose on the Halifax station. Penrose was promoted to post captain on 7 October 1794 and Commander Charles Rowley replaced Penrose in November. On 17 November 1794, Lynx recaptured the Amphitrite. Cleopatra shared in the reward. By agreement, these vessels also shared the prize money with Africa and Thisbe. On 31 January 1795, Rear Admiral George Murray, the commander-in-chief on the North America station, sent Lynx, under the command of Jean-Paul Beresford, and the newly captured former French warship Esperance on a cruise out of Halifax. On 1 March the two vessels captured the Cocarde Nationale, a privateer from Charleston, South Carolina, of 14 guns, 6 swivels and 80 men. Esperance and Lynx recaptured the ship Norfolk, of Belfast, and the brig George, of Workington. Lynx and Eagle. The United States Coast Guard records that in 1795, Lynx, under the command of Beresford, fired a shot across the bow of the United States revenue cutter Eagle. Hendrick Fisher, Eagle's acting captain, attempted to heave to, but he had on board Senator Pierce Butler, from South Carolina, who ordered him to sail on. Lynx then began to fire continuously as Eagle sailed towards the shoal waters on the north point of Jekyll Island. As Lynx drew too much water to continue the chase, Beresford sent his pinnace and cutter in pursuit, under the command of Lieutenant Alexander Skene, who 4 years later would command Lynx. The British quickly overtook the schooner and came on board, demanding to know why it hadn't come about in response to the shots. After learning the schooner was in fact a revenue vessel of the U.S. government, Skene and his men returned to Lynx. In the ensuing international political furore, Beresford stated that Lynx had been beyond the 12-mile limit and noted that the schooner was not flying any flag. The Eagle had not, in fact, flown the national ensign. For unexplained reasons it was instead stored in the captain's cabin. Eagle did apparently display some sort of small pennant that was not visible to Lynx. Unfortunately, the Coast Guard history of Eagle represents the only record of the incident. Prize-taking. On 9 June 1795, Lynx captured the Bedford, which had some bullion amongst her cargo. Rowley was apparently again her captain. On 3 July, Commander Robert Hall was appointed to command Lynx, but apparently the Admiralty did not confirm the appointment until January 1796. In August 1795, Commander Thomas Tyerman took command of Lynx. On 24 February 1796, Lynx captured the Hannah. Commander John Rennie replaced Tyerman in February 1797. Then in October Hall replaced Rennie and finally took command. On 13 June 1798, Lynx captured the French privateer Isabelle, of 2 guns and 30 men. 2 weeks later, she captured the Mentor, also a French privateer, of 14 6-pounders and 79 men. During the chase, Mentor threw 6 of her guns overboard to lighten her and thus, albeit insufficiently, improve her speed. Both privateers had set out from Puerto Rico to cross the coast of the United States. Around this time Lynx captured the privateer Solida. The merchants of St. John sent Hall a letter of appreciation for the protection this capture gave to the colony. On the 6th of July, Lynx captured the American ship Pegasus. 4 days later, Lynx recaptured the American ship Liberty from Philadelphia and bound for Liverpool, which a French privateer had captured on the 4th of July, a few hours after Liberty had left the Delaware River. On the 8th of August, Lynx recaptured the Friendship. On the 17th of September 1799, Lynx captured the brigantine Columbia. In October, Commander Alexander Skene took over command of Lynx. On the 31st of August 1800, Lynx captured the Vernang. Then on the 8th of September she captured the VROW Nelthia. The gun vessel Swinger shared in the capture of VROW Nelthia. In June 1801, Lynx returned to Britain from Copenhagen carrying Captain John F. Devonshire and dispatches. She does not appear to have participated in the Battle of Copenhagen in April, as her name does not appear in the list of vessels whose crews qualified to share in the prize money stemming from the battle, nor in the list of vessels whose crew qualified for the Naval General Service Medal for the battle. Shortly thereafter, on the 15th of April, Lynx captured the Dutch vessels Charlottenburg and Lucasine. Then on the 31st of July, Lynx and Jalaus captured Brockmolus, with the capture of Neptunus following on the 1st of August. The next day, Jalaus and Lynx captured the VROW Catherine. On the 8th of August, Lynx and Squirrel captured the Vryheid. 8 days later, Lynx and Driver captured Prosperitas. On the 6th of September, Lynx, Jalaus, Squirrel and Driver shared in the capture of 3 vessels, Snell, Jaeger, and Ingested. 6 days later, Lynx, Driver and Aeolus shared in the capture of Signet. The next day, Lynx and Driver captured the Jusrauha Minor. On the 17th of September, Lynx, Pylades, and Kite recaptured Pursuit. On the 11th of November, Lynx and Driver captured Norden. Commander John Willoughby Marshall took command of Lynx in June 1802. Napoleonic Wars. On the 23rd of May 1803, Lynx and Immortalide captured the French ship Paix. A year later, on the 10th of May 1804, Lynx and Ethelian captured the Union. In July 1804, Lynx took numerous prizes. She took the Four Brothers and Nike on the 10th of July, the Jong Peter Caspar Petersburg on the 12th of July, and the brigs Jong Yan and Jacobus Ypres on the 30th of July. Lloyd's List reported that Lynx was in company with the sloop Scorpion and the gun brig Censor, and that together they captured 10 vessels that were sailing from Riga to Emden carrying masts. By this account, the vessels they captured were VROW Hermina, Bowman, Master, Juno, Gulzide, Master, Frau Margareta, Roloff, Master, General Van Blaucher, Rual, Master, Jong Un and Amp, Broer, Rual, Master, Four Brothers, Stemmings, Master, Jong Peter Caspar, Jobs, Master, Gutter Fofnung, and Piepersburg. The British sent their captives into Yarmouth. In April 1806, Lynx captured several Prussian vessels. These were the Electrum, Romulus, Good Intenti, and the VROW Musca on the 15th, 21st, and 26th. Earlier, in company with Texel and Nightingale, Lynx captured the Prussian ship Heinike on the 6th of April. They also captured the Jong Eboling, Freundschaft, and Morgenstern off Lyell. On the 21st of April 1807, Lynx recaptured the brig Providence, Edward Fox, Master. Then on the 20th of April, Lynx captured another Prussian vessel, the Fortuna. Lynx, the hired armed cutter Lord Keith, and Resolution shared in the proceeds of the capture of the Danish merchant vessel Agita on the 6th of August. 8 days later, Lynx, Resolution and Ariel shared in the capture of the Aurora. Lynx shared with Ariadne in the capture of the Katharina Frederica on the 3rd of June. That same day the two British ships also captured the Philip. On the 13th of July they captured the Jusruantua. The gun brig Constance shared with Lynx the capture on the 7th of May of the Rebecca and the John Tobias. Lynx also shared in the prize money for captures at Heligoland on the 5th of September in connection with the surrender of the Danish fleet at the Battle of Copenhagen. On the 22nd of March 1808 Lynx, Falcon and Quebec were present at the Battle of Zealand Point, though they did not actually take part in the battle. In the battle, the ships of the line Stately and Nassau succeeded in destroying the Danish ship of the line Prince Christian Frederick. In May, Lynx shared with Salsette in the capture of a Skite. While sailing in company with the gun brig Snipe, Lynx captured the Jagton Sophia Cecilia on the 12th of July. On the 16th of November Lynx captured three vessels, Neptune, Resolution, and Elizabeth. In December, Lynx captured the Achaia, Chion, Elizabeth, Harbert, Spimgerin, Venus, Street, Andreas, Nicolay, and Anne on the 11th, 13th, 14th, and the 15th of December. On the 30th of April 1809 Vanguard, in company with Lynx and Tartar, captured the Charlotte. On the 12th of August, Commander John Willoughby Marshall and the Lynx, in the company of the gun brig Monkey under the command of Lieutenant Thomas Fitzgerald, discovered three Danish luggers off the Danish coast. The water was too shallow for Lynx, so Marshall sent Monkey and boats from Lynx in to cut them out. The largest of the luggers, which had 4 guns and 4 howitzers, opened fire on Monkey before all 3 luggers ran ashore. Once Monkey and a launcher's 18-pounder carronade returned fire, the British refloated the luggers and brought them out the next day, having taken no casualties. In the haste to quit the vessel, the Danes failed to fire the fuse on a cask of gunpowder they had left by the fireplace on the largest lugger. Marshall thought the Danes' behavior in leaving the explosive device disgraceful. The largest lugger was the Captain Japan. She had had a crew of 45 men, who had fled, and during the engagement she had thrown 2 of her howitzers overboard. The second lugger, name unknown, had 4 guns and a crew of 20. The third lugger was the Speculation, of 3 guns and 19 men. Her crew too had thrown 2 guns overboard. At the end of the month, on the 27th of August, Lynx captured a Danish sloop that also bore the name Speculation. On the 28th of October 1809, Cheerful captured the Destry-Iden, the Reinaldine, and a sloop, name unknown, while in the company of Tartar and Lynx. By agreement, Marshall and Commander Joseph Baker of Tartar pooled their share of the prize money with the Jew Lieutenant Daniel Carpenter, the commander of the Cheerful. The Vanguard and Plantagenet were in company with Lynx on the 2nd of November when they captured the Ornan and another vessel. Lynx was again in company with Vanguard on the 4th of November when they captured the Friend Broder. 5 days later Lynx captured the Danish sloops Street, Ole and Sturkadder. On 29 and the 30th of April Lynx, the gun brig Flamer and the frigate Fisgard captured 3 privateers. On the 29th they captured the Juliana off Wismar. Juliana had 6 guns but a crew of only 23 men. The next day they captured Siska off Trindelin. She armed with 6 guns and had a crew of 40 men. At the same time they captured the Omen, of 1 gun. On the 30th of May 1810, Lynx and Flamer captured the Danish vessel Hercules. By agreement, the British vessels shared the proceeds with Fisgard. The 3 vessels also shared in Fishgood's capture of the French privateer Furette, of 2 guns, off Warnemund. Lynx again shared by agreement with Fisgard in the proceeds of the recapture of the Margaretha Katarina and the James Cook on the 10th of June. Fisgard also shared by agreement her portion with Flamer, as well as the proceeds of the capture of the Gopher on the 22nd of June. On the 9th of July 1810, Lynx captured the Danish sloop Wanderingsmannen. The Flamer shared in the prize. In October, Commander Thomas Percival took command. Then on the 20th of December, Lynx captured the Fortuna. 2 days later, Lynx came across the derelict Providence at sea. Lynx took possession and in 1811 received salvage money for the vessel. Fate. Lynx was laid up at Deptford in May 1811. She was sold there for 1,330 liras on the 24th of April 1813.